that something like this caliber is what you would see him wearing. And he can wear whatever he wants. I mean, whatever timepiece, you know, that he's ever built, this is one of those styles. Now, I'm seeing that Ryan's on the phone right now, and that's probably because if you guys are on YouTube, I think he's trying to straighten something out there. It hasn't started yet. He's going to get that fixed. So if you're on YouTube, and you're also watching the live show, and you can hear me now. What's that? The chat works, so if you want to ask Ryan questions and stuff, he's just trying to get some video up and running there. So just bear with us and we'll get that worked out. But this is that watch, right? Whenever you have the CEO that would wear something like this, that now you can attain and own, by the way, which the other time we did that was that watch was like 5 or 6 carats, where it was like $5,000.
Yeah. And we did it on the cruise, didn't we?
No, we did that here. It was like it was very low numbered limited edition. Those are watches he wears, right? This is something you would see him wear because of the diamonds, because of the upgrades as far as the watch, because of what is on the inside. This is a very special time, and it's the right time because we're taking a $5,000 watch down to this price and the financing. It's a perfect storm.
So here's what you have to know, guys. This is not, business as usual tonight.
No.
It's just not. Sunday night is the unveiling, and when we do something this important, sometimes we have to shake ourselves out because this is extraordinary. This doesn't happen. The last time it happened was over 3 years ago, right? So just is so special that you are here with us tonight. We love you. Call in, by the way. We want to hear from you. Are you getting this? Are you getting that Venom that we gave away last hour?
That's tremendous.
Would love to take your calls on tonight. It's only brand new once. And you taught me that, Justin. You kind of said that once to me. He goes, Lynn, it's only new once.
Yeah.
And I went, good point. And so I think when you get it in, you get it, you're ordering it when it was new, that's such a big thing. Because this in particular, well, I guess you know what? This was different because it will never be done again.
Well, I mean, they're very limited productions. You know, we even talk about that with different types of movements, right? Swiss-made movements, things like that. With this one, though, it's a whole nother level of limited. Whole nother level of limited production on this one. I mean, we're talking about, how many movements you can get, sourcing the diamonds, of course, building the Reserve Pro divers. It's the perfect time. The perfect time to upgrade your wrist game. And you know what diamonds do? They make you feel good. This is that watch. You step out of your house in something like this, and you can do anything. That's the style of watch that you're getting into. But now for collectors, I think we're bumping it up a notch because when you get into this movement again from DD, famous once again, famous complications, manufacturer, modifying these already gorgeous movements, for me, that's exciting when you start talking about the world of horology.
Because you all get it, though. So, I think for most of us, it starts with maybe a pro diver it's a great value buy, and you come in and you love it because it's the #1 most collected timepiece in the world for Invicta, right? But then you learn more. You learn more, and then you always kind of want what's next. Mm-hmm. And so for those of you who wait for ALLO, the CEO of Invicta Watch Group, and Evine to team up together to bring you what is next, you're looking at what is next. This is what is next.
I can't really describe it any better than this is a highly collectible piece, right? If you're that collector that tomorrow, if you would need this and it's completely sold out, you need it in your dive case and you're going to feel terrible, you don't want to miss out on this. If you're one of those collectors that wants to get into the premium, the best of the best, that's the style that you're looking at.
So how long do you think we can make Ryan stand there?
I think we could probably for the next hour if we tried.
You know we love you, Ryan. Hi, honey. She's getting all fidgety. Take it away, honey. Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing, too. We have the Invicta Cruise coming up at the end of February into the beginning of March.
So we could make him stand there until then.
Let me tell you, you'd be the envy. You'd be the envy of all the collectors on the ship if you get into one of these watches here tonight. So this is a new monitor. Again, big kudos to Yaoub, who created everything for us here. So we'll get going on this, and we'll go to the front and also the back of the watch here. You guys can see some of the different components that actually make up this special timepiece here for you. If I touch down at the rotor, you'll be able to see here's some of the different gears and components. One of the jewels that are a part of it there that we talked about with the 50 different jewels. If we go over here up on top here, you actually get to see the balance wheel moving back and forth. This is a video that we shot, that the guy shot with a very, very extreme camera right down to that macro level.
Oh my gosh, that's
Aaron
gorgeous.
actually did,
with the microphone.
Aaron did the filming of it, yep. Let's see, then we have right down here, I believe, is the next one. Where was it? Here we go. That's the same one. Again, I got to get these different zones all figured out. We'll go to the front of the watch too, because the front of the watch, it shows like every single diamond. It's actually 4-prong set. I mean, check this out. As I could just draw it out here very easily in the red, you can see setting, 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 diamond. You think about that, 490 diamonds times 4. I mean, there is a lot of time. There's a lot of work that goes into setting all these different all these different diamonds on the inside of the timepiece. And again, even looking at the perpetual seconds here, you can just see that gliding motion that goes along here for your perpetual seconds at that 3 o'clock subdial, which is that beautiful grade A mother of pearl. So you definitely want to step up that risk game here tonight. This is one of the ways to do it. I just got word that YouTube is going, it's live, it's up and running. So we want you to go over to YouTube, type in Invicta Power Play 6.30, which is today's date, 6.30. I'll go over there, send us some questions, or if you have watch ideas too, we'd love to hear them. And if you got this watch tonight, we definitely want to hear about that.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy.
So comment. Let us know that you're getting it tonight. Let us know what you think. Is it the diamonds? Is it the movement? Is it the combo? Is it that it's a pro diver, reserve? I mean, everything is just coming into place. One timepiece, one night, one quantity, and that's it. I mean, it all is here tonight.
One watch to rule them all.
One watch. No, you know, here's the thing, everybody. The excitement that we had in-house over the course of this past week to bring this to you, knowing, number one, how big it was going to be, knowing that it was going to be a very, very quick sellout, knowing everybody would want in. Our energy all week was kind of feeding off of you. We knew how much you would love it. And you are. It's not disappointing. You're all over it. It's a big deal tonight.
Listen, it's a huge hit. How can it not be, right? I mean, this is an exciting watch. And I think our producer even told us a few new customers have purchased this watch. Yeah, so to step into something of this quality as your first Invicta watch, that is a huge deal. Custom case back again. There's that movement. But I wanted to show you that clasp. Now, we do have a couple of links that have been removed here, so your bracelet will be more substantial than this one. I think somebody was wearing it earlier today. Here you have a push-button deployant. Check this out. And you have that reserved engine turn perlage design. Look at this on the inside of the clasp. I love that. That really goes the extra mile, too, in the engineering and design of this watch, because really, you only know it's there. That's what's really cool. This is that reserve push-button deployment. Just press both those buttons at the same time. Opens right up. Reserve logo right there as well, machined into the crown. Also, you have that reserve logo on the end of that chronograph second hand that's moving too. That is reminding you that you're getting into something special. Taking art, design, engineering, really pushing the boundaries of design anywhere near these prices. Now, when you pack in, right? 490 diamonds, over 2 carats. So you're into a high carat diamond timepiece, and then that movement, you're definitely into something special. Now let's talk about the craftsmanship on the build real quick too. All crafted out of, there you are, Lynn, look at it.
Hi.
All craft. That's the mirror polishing that we're talking about, right? You do your makeup in this. How's it look? Are we good? We're good,
We're
right?
looking good.
Oh, yeah.
I was so kidding.
Ryan's looking good over there on his computer over there.
He always looks good.
Chatting over there. Look at this guy.
Okay, there he is. Hi, Ryan. You're on TV.
Golden tan.
Careful. Golden tan.
Look at this guy.
Sun-kissed glow. Perfectly bronzed, you said.
Sun-kissed. I think the sun slapped him.
Perfectly
All right, here we go. Here we go.
I want to get you back there,
all
too, when you're done with the build.
Out of premium stainless steel. Nothing folded, nothing hollow. When you pick this up, it is that Invicta engineering. You have a classic, what's called a 3-link design. Each section is machined out of solid blocks of steel, machined into this design. And then on this one, because it's the two-tone, selectively done in gold tone down the center portion. Look at the mirror polishing on it. We put the rich time into this. And then silver tone on the outer portion. But then completely mirror polishing this. It looks like a liquid metal. Look at that. That is pretty cool. It looks like a liquid metal, and that, we love to utilize that because it works perfect with the diamonds.
So you know, it's really fun. We can actually like feel you coming home from dinner and turning on your telly and watching tonight, because we started a full hour earlier tonight.
Yeah.
So you know that at 8 o'clock Eastern time is when we do our power play. You know that. It's on your calendar. It's in your timing for your Sundays. And we can feel you coming home. You got it. You got home. You settled in to go live at 7 Central, 8 Eastern time tonight. The phone lines just keep getting busier and busier and busier. You knew it was coming. It's a really big deal, and everybody wants in, especially when you look at the screen. You go, okay, wait a minute. That retail value shows $5,000. A $5,000 $1,000 timepiece that tonight, for this quantity only, because this is what we call a one and done, it will never be made again. Last time we did that DD, that Debout Duprat movement, was 3+ years ago. That one did not have a single diamond on it, and it sold out in minutes. This one is loaded with 2+ carats of diamonds. And we follow your lead. You are loving diamonds right now. I mean, pretty much any big diamond piece you put on, it's gone.
Nothing.
Right?
You can't keep anything with diamonds in stock, especially when it's a brand new piece.
I love it.
This is the first time you're seeing this. By the way, if you're just tuning in now, you kind of missed out because we debuted it slightly earlier than originally planned. So this is something special. So it's a brand new diamond timepiece. You have over 2 carats of diamonds here. If you want to get into a high carat diamond watch, it's right here. But now you have that highly modified movement on the inside. You know, I said this before. I guess it's the best way I can really speak to this. If you're not really a watch guy or a gal, it's like modifying a car, right? It's like taking a car that's already fast and, you know, precisely built, but then placing that supercharger on top, upgrading the suspension, the steering, everything, making it faster. That's what's exciting on the inside here. So what DD does, famous for modifying gorgeous movements already, they're taking the movements, adding the additional modules that give you the complications like this. So right now we're running a chronograph. That's what's happening on basically a base movement that's a 3-hand. So it's something amazing that happens on the inside of this build, and they've been doing this for a very long time. Very, very long time, since 1901. So they've been doing this for a long time, and you're getting into that heritage here. We were talking about Invicta quality, Invicta history, but combining that with the history of DD here is absolutely amazing. Custom hands. Here's that Invicta Reserved logo once again. When you see that badging, boom, you got into something amazing, right? But now on top of that, prong setting, all of these gorgeous white diamonds on this watch. This is the watch to end all watches by far. Now that's a term that I started utilizing because when you get a watch like this home, it's your new favorite watch, right? You get this home, you size it, you put it on your wrist, and you never take it off. That's what's exciting with this piece. But to go beyond that, we already get excited when we get into high carat diamond timepieces, but now the movement on the inside. If you're that watch collector, that guy or that gal that really loves what's on the inside of the watch, this is a must-have because just the theory already with the mechanical automatic build, how it operates, gears, levers, springs, everything working in unison, this really takes it up a notch right here to get into a custom piece like this.
You know, I think it's so exciting that you are where you are right now because you look at this timepiece, you hear the story, you hear about the movement, that double D movement, you're hearing about that, knowing that it's so rare that the DD movement.
The what kind of movement?
I call it the double D.
You did call it the double D. Sultry.
Is that okay?
That's fascinating.
Is that like patented somewhere else? I shouldn't say it.
I just reverted back to my elementary school self, apparently. Now the crickets are loud.
Wait, because I said it was a double D.
It's a double D.
You called it sultry.
I don't know if that was probably incorrect too. It's lack of sleep and, you know. The coffee.
And excitement.
I do want to just, I know this is way off topic, but the coffee's gone in the green room. I just want to say, like,
Shannon,
I'm
get
pretty
this
sure
guy a
that's
cup of
not
coffee.
Shannon's deal. No, I have tea
with lemon.
But I'm just saying, you know, like I was going to start my day off with some coffee and.
I'll take some.
No, I don't. I have tea.
Okay, it's the night of nights. It's brand new
exciting.
tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, here's the thing. I do a lot of diamond shows with you, right? With Pat McCoy, Ito Lebanon, Chuck Clemency. I mean, I do tons of diamond shows with you. I've never in my entire 21-year career at the network ever said 2 carats of diamonds for $200.
You believe that?
I've never said that before.
Yes.
But here's where I'm getting that math. The first time we did the DD movement, it did not have a single diamond on it, and it was $12.95, and it sold out in a matter of minutes. Tonight, we're saying 2+ carats of diamonds, only $200 more, and it is a one and done. It's not going to be done again. It's here tonight, and you can use the 6 value pays as one way to go, or there was one watch that is so special that we're giving you 1-year financing on that event credit card. This is the only one that gets it because of the diamonds, because of its worldwide debut tonight, because of where we're at, you wanting it and us wanting you to get it. 12-month financing that's only for this timepiece, and that is only for tonight, or do the interest-free value payments. But this stage in the game, you got to get home. Update on the two-tone, the one that has all that beautiful, delicious, rich gold. Now we're well over 25% of the quantity sold out in that two-tone with that rich gold. You're all over it, and you love it the most. I think, Justin, this is your favorite. The two-tone
You know, I love
is
the
mine.
two-tone, but, you know, this watch, the Silvertone, the two-tone, if you can get one of these, I think you're lucky because we're getting into a very special build once again. But I know you guys and gals, two-tone's hot right now. Every time that we have a two-tone watch, seems like that one's selling out first. But Silvertone is always a popular choice. It's never going to go away.
So it's 70% off. It's a $5,000 timepiece, and you're getting it here tonight. Can we see it on your wrist again?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? Love this one.
You know, I kind of go back and forth between the white and brightness of the diamonds in the all Silvertone, but the richness of that gold. To kind of tell you what's trending right now with Invicta watches and you. Diamonds, top. Number one, anything that is loaded with pave diamonds is what you love the most. But a two-tone like this is also trending hot.
Look at that. How awesome is that? Yeah, two-tone. So if you love, you know, gold tone, rose tone, this is perfect for you. It's just the right amount, though. You're going to notice the bezel, down the center link, the crown and function pushers, the trim work around the subdials, also that outer track, giving it kind of a different look from that Silvertone, too, by the way. But if you love that monochromatic look, Silvertone, diamond, Silvertone, mirror polishing, now really not a bad choice here, and you already know who you are. If you're not into gold tone, grab that silver. That's an amazing, amazing look. But I do know one thing for sure. If you're a collector, you're going to want to get one of these, not just because of the diamonds, but also because of the modification on the inside.
Big deal.
Is the Depart de Bras DD 2030 on the inside. Amazing what's happening here on that Pro Diver platform, guys. If you want to get into something special, a piece that everybody's going to be trying to get into after it's all completely sold out, a watch that you can say that you own it, this is one of those pieces, and there's only a few to go around.
It is 667-438, and let me just do a little reminder of how easy it is for you to get this home, to get this on your wrist, and have the timepiece of all timepieces because of the movement, because of the diamonds. Two ways to go. It's entirely up to you. Do the value pay, which means they're interest-free, that tonight you do one value payment, and your tax is shipping. It arrives at your door in a matter of days. We will work so crazy hard
That's awesome.
to have this arriving at your door in a matter of days. Or choice number two, only for this timepiece. This timepiece is so special that is the only one that was able to secure this. Financing for 1 full year. That means your monthly payments go down in half. Right, you do that special financing for a year. It is, we call it a Grail timepiece. It's one that is truly in the upper echelon of what we've ever offered in the almost 20-year history of Evine and Invicta together. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. The movement, upon the movement.
All this, it's a huge story here, and you know what? I'm not even sure if these are available anywhere else right now because we built a very limited production. We might have everything that we've produced so far here tonight. So, I mean, this is an amazing build. Congratulations.
So, 1 second left. Stay there. We have so many of you in the phone lines trying to get that. Do not move. We feel you. We know you're there. We'll get back to it in just a little bit. But now, coming up next hour, we're going to do a certain segment. It's called the Takeover. Or maybe this hour, maybe, where I get the boot. Ryan and Justin give me the boot, and I leave, and then they do their own thing. It's called the Takeover, and it's going to be on this beautiful timepiece. This Bolt Swiss timepiece. It's one of the lowest price points that we have for Swiss movements in our entire vault. And tonight, it is 74% off. Tonight, it's a must-have buy of only $109.99. Of course, the value pays are in play. So if you're brand new, you say, you know what, I want in Swiss, that's where I'm going to steer you. And then we had a really fun way to start our show about an hour and a half ago. We came off this beautiful diamond show with Pam McCoy, Ida Lebanon, and their beautiful diamonds. We said, wait a minute, we got to give the gals a really fancy, elegant timepiece to layer with all those diamonds, and this was it. It's done with crystals, even there's bezeling and diamond cutting that is done on the crystal of the timepiece too. It's a part of the Angel collection. New price drop, only $59.99. A $10 value pay for you too, 664-182. Now, we do what's called an MVP segment, and that means it has to be like a fan favorite at Evine.com. Let's go. Here we go. So an MVP segment is always really, really fun because it's all about you loving a timepiece. And what we're going to share with you tonight is a Sabacqua Noma 3. So just so you know, in the Sabacqua collection, 3s are #1 sellers. They're just the biggest #1 seller of them all. And tonight, it's a quartz GMT. It is mother of pearl. You have 3 beautiful choices, and the price just went down to $129.99. So I'm Lynn Shocker. This is Ryan Johnson, lovingly referred to as Invicta Ryan. You're in charge of our social media tonight, our YouTube. Tell me what's going on over there.
Yes, so a lot of people are interacting there. So if you want to join us, I'll go there after this presentation.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's Invicta Power Play, 3 different words. Just put in the search engine of YouTube, Invicta Power Play 6.30, today's date, and join the group. There's a great activity going along. A lot of people are commenting here. So getting to the #1 design in the Sub-Aqua Noma series is that 3rd generation, the Sub-Aqua Noma 3. You'll see 3 different rider tabs that are a part of the bezel. Right here, down here, and over here are all included in. And this is referred to as the yellow.
That's yellow mother of pearl, right? Or you're going to have this gorgeous blue.
With the blue mother of pearl.
That is that Invicta blue as well. And then this is the brown, and right, we very rarely ever see that brown.
Brown is very hot.
Holy
I mean, you want some color variation that goes along on the inside for that mother of pearl. Get that brown.
Tonight, this is a brand new, never before seen low price at 74% off. It's down from $500 tonight to $129.99, and $21 is on your wrist.
Yeah. So if you don't have a Sub-Aqua Noma 3 to your collection, get one of these. I mean, you're going to be just overwhelmed with the design work that goes along, with the quality that's included in for the build, the level of comfort when we include in the silicone strap that's all a part of this. I want you to look at the blue. The blue at first, it looks like it's a metal dial. And we have metal dials that do have the Invicta blue, as you'll see right here. However, when the watch hits the light at that certain angle, you'll be able to see that blue mother of pearl just shine on the inside of the timepiece. And what you see for the inside, there are actually 4 hands coming out from what we call that center canyon pinion right here. You have your seconds, your perpetual seconds. You have your minutes. You also have your hour in the long, elongated sword-shaped hands. But there's also a 4th hand that comes out.
Okay, talk fast. There's 37 left in the blue.
Yeah, this is your GMT hand, so you can adjust this to any one of the 24 hours or 24 different time zones in the world, or set it to your own military time. For example, I am leaving tomorrow for Estonia and Israel. So that's going to be 8 hours ahead. So that will be, yeah. So it's a big deal. Big
How
fun
exciting
trip.
for you.
Yeah, so we're heading out. So that's the thing. You need to know what time it is. It's 8 hours ahead where we'll be at. That's a perfect way to be able to use this watch.
I'm butting the blue one out. We have 2 dozen left of the blue. So I'm going to bring in this yellow. Okay, carry on your conversation.
Okay, so and you can adjust that independently, that GMT hand outside of the regular movement. All you do is you pull up the crown to one click, what we call position 2, and one direction will turn the date. The other one will actually then modify that GMT hand for you.
You know what, this yellow one, we never see this yellow mother of pearl.
It's like a gold mother of pearl that really lines up with the gold tone for the watch.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more. So where all are you going?
So we're going to Estonia for a few days, and then over to Israel for a few days, back to Estonia, and then back to U.S.
How long are you gone for total?
Get back 14th.
How exciting is that? So Invicta Ryan, and you're gonna log about your journey.
Well, we'll try to do that a little bit, but it's going to be a little bit off the grid, though, too.
As it should be. But we like to travel with you. Now come over here and see the brown. The brown and the yellow are colors of this mother of pearl that we very rarely ever see. Oh, by the way, let's go to the phones.
Okay.
If you're getting that diamond timepiece tonight, beautiful DD movement, you got to call us tonight. And first up is George calling in from Virginia. Here, Ryan, will you hand over the diver timepiece for us? There's the Silvertone is right there too. I got to see which one you got. So George and Virginia, you got the watch of the night tonight. Welcome to the show. I can't wait to hear what you thought about it. Hi, George.
How you doing, Lynn?
Fantastic. Good to have you here. How crazy exciting is this launch tonight that we did?
Oh, it's real nice. I have a DD already. I have the Glassine 66743. Hold on, let me get the right number. 658982, the Glassine DD. I have that already.
Smart. So you love really, truly the diving underneath, the beautiful, the study of horology, what makes something amazing, right? You love that movement.
I picked up the two-tone.
You got the one right here. Oh my gosh, that's the one that's almost gone. So when you saw it, is this like one of the biggest carat weights and diamonds that you have, or do you already have diamonds? Tell me about your collection.
Well, I just bought a few heritage. I have the, I just bought both of the titanium, the carbon fiber, and the diamond one. I just bought those the other day.
So why do you love Invicta so much, George?
Because of the quality and the price. And it's a talkable timepiece.
Do people always grab your wrist to see what you're wearing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd like to ask Ryan one quick question.
Sure.
I'm the gentleman that talked to him the other day about the football.
Yeah. So what's your question, George?
I was the gentleman that called the other day when I purchased the Lupa Diamond. I was asking about the football. You having any luck on that?
Oh, that's right. You know what? Leave your name with the producer here. Contact info. Yeah, he'll grab it from you. See what we can pull out of the ball.
So Joel right now is saying he's gotcha. Our producer Joel said, George, I gotcha.
Yep.
So leave your information with Joel, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Good to hear from you again, George.
Thank you, George, so much, and enjoy your beautiful DD diamond timepiece. Now it's like DDD.
Why is it DDD?
Add the diamonds on.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Triple D.
Triple D. That's what it's all about. It's 669-165. The update on the brown mother of pearl, 9 left.
Yep.
Brand new low price tonight at $129.99. The blue, fewer than 2 dozen. The yellow, same thing, fewer than 2 dozen. Brand new low price tonight of our Sabacco Noma 3, and the Noma 3s are #1 sellers in our Sabacco collection. And tonight it is 74% off. 669-165 is how you order. Remember, everything that we do here at Evine, almost everything is on the 6 Value Pay, so that one is too, at $21.67. Now keep the phone calls coming in, because we want to hear from you tonight. We love to learn about your collection. We love to learn about what you love about your Invictus the most. But in particular, if you are getting the brand new Dubois Duprat, I gotta say Dubois Duprat. Did I say that right?
Yep. You
Okay,
did.
good. Shoo. Timepiece that we'd love to hear from you tonight, because it is a moment in time. The last time we did this was 3 years ago. It did not have diamonds in. So tonight we're saying something I think pretty unprecedented. 2 carats of diamonds for $200. Love. Also, I want to steer you towards Waterford at Evine.com as well. We had a big retirement party a little bit earlier today. Tom Brennan came in and Melissa Miter, and they showed a huge retirement party for, wait a minute, House of Waterford? The finest Waterford crystal, all handcrafted in Waterford, Ireland. And they did a retirement party today. There's still a handful of pieces left, so go to Evine.com and check it all out. It's going to be really fun. All the jewelry that I'm wearing, by the way, the necklace is Effie jewelry. That's coming your way as I head on to Tucson. And the ring is Micah Velatudi, and that's going to be your 24-hour best deal in Tucson. So all the jewelry coming your way in just a matter of days. We'll spend the 4th in Tucson. All right, Pro Diver. Your first timepiece ever was a Pro Diver.
That's right.
My first timepiece ever was a Pro Diver. So let's invite in all of you brand new shoppers today. You're watching the show. You've never shopped with us before. Such a great place to start. This has beautiful plating. It's a new upgrade to the Diver 2. I will take you to the prices, or the colors, I should say. Then I'll talk about that price, $79. Take it away.
Okay, so I'm going through the colors.
You go ahead.
Okay, so the first color variation that you're looking at,
like to share.
We're referring to this as, I believe, just the blue.
Yeah, this is the blue.
So we're going by the bracelet color. So you see the deep, rich blue, that's a part of it. So that's what you're getting right here. Actually,
this is the dark blue.
Yep, that is the dark. Then the next one is the dark blue.
So here's a bracelet, all that dark blue. Beautiful. Then my favorite is the green.
Yep. The next one is the light blue. And then I think the most exotic is then the final color option being that purple.
Okay, so tell everybody what happens when we put our purple Invicta on air. What happens?
Well, it is usually the first one to go. So yeah, we love it. So people think with us at Invicta, we just make big timepieces. Yeah, definitely. It's one of our fortes. However, we have one of the slimmest watches in the entire world. Remember the Sotil?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have so many different watches out there. But another thing that we're known for, something that we love to do, is we celebrate color. That is definitely evident with what you have here with all these different choices with blue, dark blue, green, light blue, and also purple. So if you want to if your favorite color happens to be one of those, I know we have Mark, everybody knows Mark, Mr. Gonzo, on social media. He loves purple. He has a number of our purple watches out there, and a lot of you customers do also. But even look at this green, the green with the gold tone. What makes this totally different is, notice the case, Lynn? It's done in the regular Silvertone. What we've changed up, though, is actually just the bracelet variation. So it has that two-tone effect when we're talking about the watch.
So here's the thing that I have to share with you as well. When Ryan and I first got our divers, There was no such thing as these fancy colors and plating.
No.
That did not even exist. So it's a new generation, new design element that you guys are just loving. So also, let's talk about the 47 millimeter size for just a minute.
Yeah, 47 millimeter. Yeah. Go-to size for men. Women can step into a 47 millimeter. Being that the profile is actually even just a little bit thinner. We're talking about 15 millimeters on the profile. That is under, or that is just over a half of an inch actually rising up.
7 left in the green.
We included in the VD caliber, the 53 actually, that tells you the time, date, and there's also the chronograph that will time up to 60 minutes along with your 24-hour scale. And what you get too is a watch that has the water resistance of 200 meters. So it's a professional dive watch, even at that 77% off, to bring this home at a value pay of $13.33.
You know, it's such a great thing to do too, for you to be able to gift, right, a timepiece. So maybe you are getting your diamond timepiece tonight. That DD timepiece. Maybe that is your grail piece and you're all in and you're loving it. But maybe though you have someone in your life who says, I like your watch, Dad, or Uncle Ryan, I love your timepiece. And there's that reason to gift them something, right? It's $79.99, and the value pay is there for you too. This is the Pro Diver Series on a worldwide scale. This is #1 as far as collectability all over the world. And so love the beautiful plating that you're going to see. Purple is now the lead tonight. $13.33 interest rate, and that value pay gets it home for you. In the purple, though, check out the quantity. Fewer than 3 dozen left.
Yeah, so yeah, look at the purple and the gold,
that
the
plating,
Silvertone.
wow.
Great. And you know, we came out with the new colors for the plating just a couple of years ago, so this is still new, this is still fresh. So that's what you're getting into for this. Now, I like the watch too. I love the style, the design of the Pro Diver out there. I think it's just so versatile within just a variety of different occasions that you happen to be in.
Sorry to interrupt. They said take off the purple.
Okay.
Fewer than 2 dozen. That's on its way, selling out. I'm going to go from the blues.
Okay, you go.
Oh, that one's really too limited too. I'm going to go the dark blue. Wait, hold on. Make sure I say it right. I'm going to do the blue. That's the blue. This is the dark blue.
Yes.
Look at the difference.
Which one are you, which one are
I'm
you
doing the
gonna
dark. So the dark blue is almost like a sapphire blue. And what Ryan has is like a blue topaz blue. Right? Ryan's is called that, just a classic blue. It's a little bit more vibrant, a little more bright. And I have one what's called the dark blue. Think sapphires. You see it? There
Which one sold out, Shannon?
The green's gone. Thank you so much.
Green is gone.
You know what?
2 gloves, Shannon.
Producer, yeah. We go from 1 glove Jeff to 2 glove Shannon. But producer Joel is saying this. Why it's going so quickly is that many of you tonight are getting more than one smart.
Yeah.
Because talk about the packaging these come in too. They come in great packaging.
Yeah.
So always great gift giving. Build to, ship to. We got you there too.
Yeah, and the watch will come with the standard 3-year warranty in addition for that. So you're getting into a watch that has that professional dive spec that's included in. So 200 meters of water resistance. For a price of under $80, you can just totally change up your watch collection out there with the unique color plating that we do. This is, again, the blue variation. Notice the Silvertone case, the gold tone that's been applied to the function pushers and the crown, and the outer edge of that coin edge bezel.
Purple's now gone too.
Yep.
Thank you for your phone calls. Now, the blue that Ryan has on, classic blue, just ask for the blue. That one's going to be next to blue.
The blues are left.
Blues are
dark.
hot. Wait, get last call and everything.
All right.
Also, let me give you a heads up for what's going to happen. I'm actually going to be given the boot, right? Ryan's going to stay where he is. Justin's going to give me a boot. And I'm going to leave the set. And we're going to do what's called a takeover segment for those of you who have always wanted in on a Swiss-made timepiece,
Justin's
right?
polishing his boot right now.
He is going to kick in the pants. So if you've always wanted a Swiss-made timepiece but is always a little too pricey, coming up next for the takeover, one of the lowest price that we've ever done on a Swiss-made timepiece. That's coming up. Stay close for that. Is he going to give me my boot, or do I just go like this?
You can just boot yourself. All right.
And she's gone.
So we only have the blue and the dark blue left. Limited quantities here for the $79.99. Item number 659272 is your item number. So now we don't have enough time to get to this. Very limited in quantities. It's the Quadro, that 46 millimeter. When it comes to this watch, we have the black off to the right, the gold tone off to the left. And we have the beautiful drag and motif on the inside for the dial. Mechanical automatic movement in addition for that. And another one that we're not going to quite be able to get to tonight, it is that reserve model, that 63 millimeter Grand Octane Swiss movement on the inside, being that 8040N. We just have a handful left. If you want to get in at the price of $209.99, you need to get into this right now. And one final one actually is the Mickey Mouse. It's the Lupa, and it's the 90th anniversary, something truly special when it comes to this watch. You'll see down at the bottom, it does have the indication of the 90 years. You'll see Mickey is just leaning on that sub-dial there. 2 different sizes, and we have very, very limited quantities in that. And we're off to the RJ and Jay-Z Takeover Segment.
Jay-Z, RJ Takeover.
Okay, but Lynn told me first to correct herself. I said Swiss made, I meant Swiss movement. So I'm standing corrected. Gotta say that. There we go. Okay, you're welcome.
What? I missed something.
All right. So you know what? This is cool. I'm really happy to be able to present this watch.
Okay.
I actually own this watch on a different color option.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I love the bolt collection. I have a few different bolts within my own personal collection. But outside of all the bolts that we've done, this really stands out from a majority of the timepieces that we have. And this is one of our largest collections. But I love the design when it comes to the cable, the 2 different colors that make up the cable for the timepiece, the dimensions on the inside in terms of the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock hour marker, and then too, just the different levels that the dial makes up, including that Swiss movement that Lynn was just talking about. I mean, there is just so much for so little here tonight with this opportunity.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. And when we talk about the cable design, that's from our Bolt series, originally engineered well over a decade ago under our Reserve line. So we're really porting over some amazing build quality. This watch is $18 and change on value pay. Keep that in mind, okay? So that's the Bolt series, highly modifying a unidirectional rotating bezel on this. And then even porting over one of my favorite crowns. Looks very similar to the Reserve X-Swing, originally from our Imperius line. It's a 2-piece design, and the way the plating's done here, you can really see that. So it's some sections done in the blue, other sections are done in that Silvertone on here. And then this is one of the first pieces where we actually wound 2 different colors into one cable. It's taken us many years to do that. I don't know why, but here you're going to see the Silvertone and the black plating wound together into that massive cable. Even the inside is polished, so what you're seeing reflecting right here is actually that cable all the way around that bezel. Now let's talk about upgrades here too, because big bang for the buck here, $18 and change, $429 watch though that you're getting home for $109.99. Flame fusion, impact resistant, scratch resistant. This is that engineered material that we talk about. We spent many years developing this, not only scratch resistant, but it gives you that impact resistance that you absolutely need. And then the beauty of the dial, and this is kind of what Ryan started talking about. Deep dish style dial, absolutely on this one, but you're going to notice we put the rich time in this. Now, when you see this center structure, typically you're looking at a 5040F, right? Master calendar complication, but we're utilizing that same type of structure, which, by the way, typically when you get into something like that, hundreds of dollars more than what you see here. But then we've modified this movement, giving you that disc configuration. So handling the weight and the torque versus just smaller sub-dial hands on this one. And you can see how beautiful this is done. Look at this all the way around, beveling all the way around, held in place with the screws. Even this section here that has that vertical kind of tuxedo pattern that's been done looks like the rotor from a mechanical automatic build. This is crazy though. On the inside, you have a Swiss-made movement. It's the ETA G10, but it's the 212. Get this. This has that precision drive technology that makes this accurate within COSC specifications. Now, I'm not saying it's certified. You're not getting a cert, things like that, but it's running, get this, plus or minus 10 seconds, you know, not per day, not per week, not per month, per year. So not only are you getting into the art and the design that we've been describing here, you're getting into one of the most accurate watches that you're going to get into anywhere near this price.
Yeah, again, you're getting so much for so little. I mean, the level of detail, all the upgrades that we include that Justin just went through there.
Look at that.
This is totally unmatched in the industry of what you're going to get. And then, of course, the level of comfort we include in that silicone strap that will fit wrist sizes all the way up to about that 8 3/4 inch wrist. Justin has about a 7-inch wrist. You can see how that is in relation to what you can wear. But I love the 3-dimensional build. Justin's talking about that top plate that goes over. I love, too, just what we've done, which is totally unique for the 12 and the 6 o'clock hour markers. And where you see between the 8 and 9 o'clock position off to the left-hand side of the case here, that on that outer chapter wall, that's where it actually says Swiss movement for that ETA G10 that Justin was referencing.
We started with like well over 250 pieces here.
Yeah.
We've already dropped below 200 and just in a matter of moments. So we know you guys love this build.
Yeah.
Ryan wants to show you his page here.
Here's mine. So I have a different variation, but you know what? This is one of the
same
top,
build, just different color.
Yeah. And this is, you'll see, this is one of my top posts that I've ever had with this watch. It garners attention over.
It's the coffee, I think. It's got the perfect amount of milk and sugar in it.
You know what? It is that perfect coffee.
Look at that.
But here's the thing: is if you guys
They don't have coffee in the green room, though.
They don't?
No.
Oh, it's all gone? Oh, I was going to have some for my late night show.
Anyway,
but here's the deal. Follow Being Zimmer.
That's me.
On Instagram. We want to see his Instagram light up with a bunch of follows.
Oh, it's always blowing up.
Follow me, Invicta Ryan, on Instagram. Follow Lynn Shocker
You spell
on
it
Instagram.
Schirker.
SCHACHER.
Is that how you spell it? I think I hit that.
LYNNE.
Schirker.
You know what? You can write it over on the board
There's an
if you'd
ER.
like, Lynn.
It starts with an S and it ends in an ER.
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks. And if you just,
You know what?
if you get close, it's just going to show up.
You know what's going to
anyways.
happen is she's going to probably get more follows than us tonight.
There's going to be autocorrect. You just start typing it in and just pop right up. Yes, you just start like that. Yeah, absolutely. So keep in mind though, we're dropping below 200 already, probably even lower than that because of what you're getting into on this build. The movement, very exciting. Now keep in mind the ETA G10, the 211 actually is the most popular caliber, right? Utilized in the industry when you get into Swiss-made movements and things like that, quartz movements. This is the 212. It's building upon that, has that precision drive technology that we're talking about. So really getting into something special. You want to upgrade your wrist game today, $18.33 plus shipping, plus tax if you live in a state that charges tax. And you're getting this watch. You're wearing this watch. If you want to pay full price, $109.99, you're doing it in style. That's what's really cool here. Crafted out of premium solid chunks of steel, upgraded into a custom silicone strap. This is giving you that all-day comfort and wearability, and this is better than those thermal poly straps we had from years ago. This is a far superior material that you're getting into on this one. Talk about getting into something cool. Ryan loves his. I know he's wearing it all the time. He likes to post that on social media. If you guys follow him and you love that watch, here it is. Here it is at a must-have buy. It's going to sell out, so we got to move.
Check out your orders right now. We had to leave early. Item number 656628. What I like, too, is the color combination with the Silvertone, the black, and the blue. It's a very safe bet when it comes to color options.
Are we done with the takeover, or are we still rolling? Oh, we're done.
Okay.
That's all they can
handle. You know what?
handle.
This next watch, Justin, everybody was asking what was on your wrist earlier.
Oh, fun. Yeah, so we're in that Chatham and Dover, which is back for the first time after completely selling out in the initial launch.
Thank you, honey.
Yep.
Oh, that's coming up next.
It's coming up next.
Nice.
So here is the timepiece of the night tonight. We released tonight, brand new to the world, a reserve level pro diver that is unlike any other because it's the first ever that we've done in the DD movement, the Depra movement, but also with over 2 carats of diamonds. So that combo is hot and you love it. Tonight, a $5,000 timepiece is yours for $14.95. And this watch is so special as well. That's the only one that we are going to say 12-month financing on that Evine credit card. Your 6 value pays is $249.17, but break that down even half of that and go for 12-month financing, which is really special. Now, something that we wanted to bring in early, I hope you don't mind. It was my request to bring this in early tonight. We have 2 Chatham and Dovers. I've never presented this timepiece ever in my life, and everybody raves about it. It is so special at the level of architecture, a build that it is, but it's also this vintage aspect to this timepiece that you guys love. We have two different offers. The first one is 662-719. You're going to choose between the black and the white, and you're going by that dial. That's option number one at $339.99, and that 6 value pays at $56.66. And the second choice for you is going to be 662-720, and you're going to go by the gold tone or that silver tone, which is beautiful, both blue mother of pearl in that dial.
You
or
know,
that platinum.
And here's the thing. We originally launched these, I think it was an unveiling, I think, if I remember correctly, because it's been years since we've seen the Chatham and Dover. They all completely sold out, okay? So it's the first time that you're seeing these back. So if you missed out on that, I think it was like an hour show and they completely sold out, now is your time to get into this. Now, when we talk about history here, here's what I love. Think about this. Russian Diver Nautilus, the vintage crossbar, which I think Ryan was wearing earlier, and then the Chatham and Dover. To me, they're almost like a series because they have a lot of the same almost kind of functionality with the bezel designs. On, you know, the Russian Diver Nautilus, you can remove the cage. On the, I would say the crossbar, it acts more like this. But what we're looking at is really the recreation and the inspiration from the Invicta steamship from many, many years ago. It's a locomotive. That's what it's called. They used to call them steamships. And you're going to see all of that design inspiration here. And I think I have a picture I could bring up.
So you're going to order in this offer, 662-720, between the gold tone or the silver tone. And it is so beautiful. Let me share with you this leather strap. The leather straps are all Italian leather straps. And so when you order the silver tone, you're going to have the beautiful gray ombre into that jet black. When you order the silver tone, what you got?
So here I'll show you.
And the gold tone, that it's in the shades of brown.
I'll show you the design inspiration on here. So this is the Invicta steamship from many, many years ago. I'd have to look up the date. I kind of forgot the date on that. But if we, real quick, if we look at this picture, you're seeing the horse, the Invicta name, and here you have the lever. Okay, the horse, the lever, the name. Now, if you start to look at the watch with it, you have the horse at the center, and keep in mind it pivots there. I'll show you how that works. You have the lever over at the 3 o'clock position on this one. And then if I flip this around, what you're going to notice is you have that logo and that name right here that matches. Look at this. Invicta, it's done in the same design. That is extremely, extremely cool, guys. So that's the design inspiration. It's a Lefty Variation as well. And I know there was one guy that was upset that it was a Lefty Variation. But the reason why we did it this way with the lever is because it's mimicking the look of that steamship, that locomotive, once again, from many, many years ago. So check this out, guys. You want to get into some crazy design and architecture? Watch this. Now, this is a mechanical build. This is built to a crazy degree of quality. But check this. As I start to rotate that lever, just like what you saw in the picture, you're noticing the bezel is rotating, but you're also seeing the the horse is staying still here, that logo. It's all on that pivot point design. You're getting into a crazy amount of engineering. An $800 watch for a $56 value pay. Now, it's spring loaded. You can see the gears right there and the sprockets. When it opens up, it displays a gorgeous high-grade platinum mother of pearl, custom hands on here. You have the really cool Roman numerals for the hour markers on this. Talk about getting into a piece of Invicta history. And this is currently, too, an extremely sought-after style, and it's back.
I'm dying. It's so beautiful.
Look at this.
My grandpa was a conductor on the railroad. He had his pocket watch, and he always flipped it open. So the mechanism that allows the top of this to flip open reminds me so much of that. So this is one option you're going to choose between the silver tone and the gold tone, 662-720.
Yep.
But now I want to give you even another choice. Now, this is where you're going to have, wow.
And we were getting a lot of questions about what watch I was wearing, and I was actually wearing this gold tone one right here.
Now, these are both going to be more two-tone in the top. So here you go. It's 662-719, and this is where you're going to order between the black or the white. You're going by the mother of pearl.
Yeah, the mother of pearl in this. And the straps, too, are high-end. You know, originally engineering those in our Nautilus collection. It's actually 2 pieces of leather stitched together. Now, when the Nautilus launched, of course, it had a mechanical movement on the inside, Swiss-made mechanical movement, things like that. It was over $1,000, and you have that strap on this watch right now.
Incredible timepiece. Amazing. And tonight is $339. A heads up. word that I am being given right now is when this sells out, it's not coming back again for 8+ months.
You know, and so we just had a couple more here. I want to caution everybody watching. There are not too many of these to go around. So when we initially launched these, I think it was an unveiling because it was a big bring back from many, many years ago. Everything we had completely sold out. Okay, we were just in the warehouse. We found a couple more pieces. This may be it for a very long time.
Okay, let's help everyone know which one to order again.
Okay.
So 662-719, this is where you're really going to get a two-tone version. So I'm going to move it on over next to Justin so you can see the difference.
So you're ordering, so they'll both be done in Silvertone cases with the gold tone cages, gold tone crown, and that lever that we were talking about. But the straps are different. One's going to be done in the black and the gray, and the other one will be done in the black and the brown. The black and the brown, you're going to notice, is done on a white mother of pearl. And if you want more of those gray and black tones, you order the black. So that gray and black continues on the strap.
So that's 662-719. If you want to go into what Justin has, what he had on a little bit earlier, that item number just goes up by 1, 662-720. And there you're going to order the gold tone or the silver tone. Nothing about it is two-tone at all.
Yep, so you're going to get into the silver tone. They both have platinum mother of pearl dials, some of the most highly sought after mother of pearl. Look at this real quick.
3 dozen left there.
Real quick, you see this outer track? It's actually reflecting the colors of mother of pearl. How cool is that? That's how you know you're into a high degree of quality of mother of pearl. So the Silvertone is going to have the gray and black strap. Look at the stitching on this. I mean, that's amazing. Gray and black strap on this one. Then the gold tone, which is the one that I was wearing, has more of the kind of like the brown tones to it. Really goes with that gold tone. It's really rich. You have a darker brown mixed with the lighter kind of tan here, and it's stitched together once again with that zigzag stitching. That is amazing how that is put together. I love this strap. It's one of my favorites.
57% off tonight. And as Justin said, it's sold out. We've just had a few more that we said, do you have any more?
Yeah, it's
what we got. This
right
is
place,
it.
right time.
Right? It's so beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's so intriguing. My grandpa always slipped out his pocket watch. Where the lid came off, or the case popped open like
Isn't that cool?
So, as a little girl, I loved it.
This, to me, though, when we talk about those other watches, like the crossbar, that's where it has kind of the design where it pops open, but it has the bars over the top. This one has an additional crystal. This is more complex. I would say the Chatham and Dover, we call it the vintage Chatham and Dover, is probably the most complex on how it actually works. Once again, look at the pivot point. How this is actually working. I mean, this is amazing. And then it's spring-loaded. You have an oversized custom crown. Look at the mirror polishing over here. It's reflecting the crown in all of the angles of the build. A lot of these sections are hand mirror polished. You can't get into these sections with any sort of machine, things like that. That is a vintage style crown. You have the mechanism over here, just like that picture I was showing you. It looks just like the front of that locomotive, or that train, you would call it. Back then, they actually called them steamships. Just think about it. The history here, steamships were crazy cool. I mean, you didn't see anything like that. The lever that I was showing you, you have the horse once again, the Invicta logo on that, and when you open that up, the dial work on here is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this.
It is so very special to have something like this in your collection, so unusual, so distinctive. And when it's gone, it's going to be gone for about 8.5 months. So. A lot of you are calling in tonight and wanting to say hello, and I love you for it. I can't wait to meet you. Let's go to Maryland and welcome in Bill, who's calling in tonight. Bill, hello to my friend. I'm Lynn. This is Jay-Z. Welcome to the show.
How you all doing tonight?
It's an incredible night. We're making history here tonight, right?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was just looking, and I wasn't going to buy anything, but the watches are so incredible, you talked me into it. So I bought the Subaquanoma 3 and in blue.
Okay, I want to show everybody the one that you got. I'm going to show everybody the watch that you got. The price was incredible.
The ocean blue, yeah.
Yeah? So here it is. So tell me why this was your favorite tonight.
I enjoy blue, but most of the clothing that I wear goes with the black, the blue, the gold. And I'll tell you, just the quality, the engineering, and just all of the designs, they just pop. And you get people that just look at your wrist and they're like, wow, is that an Invicta? And I'm like, yeah, dude.
Well, I'm glad that we're there for you, and I'm happy that you love the shows. Is Sunday night always your destination for Invicta? Do you just tune in every Sunday night?
It is.
I love it. I'm glad.
Just about every Sunday night. Or I was taking inventory this morning, and I was hoping that you were on this morning because the last time I did that, I wound up buying an Invicta Disney watch. So I bought two. I buy a lot of Invictus for gifts as well. And I'm really interested in the Hercules. So I see it coming up in October.
October, yeah. So that should be fascinating.
Ooh, I mean, Invicta Watches posted that one today. That's big.
Yeah.
Exciting. Bill, thank you so
Bill.
much for calling, and I'm glad that you're with us on Sunday nights. Okay, let's recap what's going on.
Okay.
So 662-720 is, remind me, the one that's in front of me?
This one.
Okay, good.
Yep. So that one is the two that I have
clarifying.
right here, and that's in the Silvertone or the Gold Tone.
Mm-hmm. And then the one that I have is just down one item number, 662-719.
119, yeah.
And the difference here is both the case is going to be two-tone of both of them.
Yep. So it's by the mother of pearl on that one. Yeah, black or white.
But it kind of looks the same as far as the colorations go, except for the beautiful
The straps are a little bit different.
Gosh.
I love these straps. I mean, if you want to get into a highly sought-after build, this is it. Now, Ryan and I, a lot of times we get requests for watches to come back, wondering if, so I get this all the time. I don't know if Ryan does. People looking for watches. I don't have like a warehouse in the back of my house or anything, but I think some people assume that. So they're looking for,
You don't?
No, I should. I mean, I really should. But, customers are looking for these special pieces that you missed out on. You'll see them on social media. You'll reach out to us and say, hey, just curious, do you have one of those? You know what I mean? This is one of those watches. You're going to see them on social media. First, you're going to ask a lot of questions. You're going to ask if you can get it. And usually for the longest time, the answer was you can't. Invicta, Evine had them. Shop HQ had them. Probably Shop HQ at the time.
I think it was at the time.
Had them, and they completely sold out, right? And now you can't get them. Here's what's really cool with Invicta. If you just start collecting Invicta today, what's fun is if you stay collecting Invicta, we'll go back into our catalog from years ago. So you can start to populate those dive cases and those really cool presentation cases with those highly sought after builds. Now they'll be modified slightly from the original, especially if they're numbered limited editions, because you can only build so many things like that. But that's what's exciting. I mean, just think about like the Sub Aqua series. We just had the caller called in and was talking about the Sub 3. I mean, those typically in the Sub Aqua Noma series, everything was retired as you moved forward with the execution. But then we started to go backwards too, remaking those so everybody can get those special pieces in their collection. But there is a cautionary tale.
Uh-oh.
And the cautionary tale is they're limited again. So if you miss out now, how many years will you have to wait? That's really the thing that you should keep in mind. Now, we may say, like 8 months, maybe a year, they'll come back, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen. So if you want to get one of these home, if you missed out in previous years, now's the time to act.
There is nothing else like it.
No.
There's nothing else like it.
This is Invicta engineering right here.
Right, it's
right
genius.
Here. You can't touch
insane.
anything like this anywhere near this price. I mean, you go to retail
beautiful.
Still at these prices, you get into plain case designs, round case designs, plain straps, or you have custom straps, next level engineering on how the watch actually works, how it's actually covering up the dial on this. It's an amazing watch.
Okay, updates on 662-719. Big update. The one I'm holding? Oh, that's all gone. Thank you so much.
Okay,
the white
so
is gone. So the only way to get that now is with that gorgeous black mother pearl on the inside.
Well, look, if you want the most color shift, by the way, that white, though, is so beautiful. Typically
So
with
pure.
white mother of pearl, you can't get a color shift. But our material is so high-end, you can see that. But now if you want to take the color shift or the orient to the next level, black mother of pearl will give that to you.
We've dropped below 5 dozen, though, on that black mother pearl in
okay.
662-719.
It's a common theme here. When we launched these, the same thing happened.
Everybody
one
was
by
watching.
one, they just completely sold
the
out.
The night that this launched, I mean, the world was watching. All of us were watching. I mean, all of you were watching.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It really, truly was an amazing night.
Look at that dial.
Isn't that beautiful?
Look at this. So it's black, at certain angles, it just looks like a black dial. But when you start to move it around, look at this. Look at the yellows and the greens and the pinks. I mean, if you really like to get into that color shift, black mother of pearl is one of the best ways.
Because nobody does it like Invicta. I'm just putting that out there. Nobody does like Invicta.
No.
See the backside too. Let's show that again so you can see. So vintage, so beautiful. This is a timepiece. I think it's very heart-touching. I mean, it really is special.
I love it because it's based off of that steamship once again. And you can really see how cool Invicta is and our designers are, because you take that image of that steamship, and you really translate that not just into the looks with the logo and things like that, how the watch actually operates. It opens up just like the steamship would.
Okay, so Justin, they're asking me to move away from mine because it's sold out in the white and the black. Now just 3 dozen left. So we're going to go back to the one that Justin's been wearing all night long, that you noticed, you called in on. It's 662-720.
Maybe we could just show that again real quick.
Sure.
So it's operating just like the steamship would. So you have the lever right there on the front, right? And as you would move that, it would open the whole front. And then, of course, over here you have the hinges right there and right there. You're going to see that on the watch as well. That's upside down. So this is amazing, guys. So it's not just the logos, which Lynn was showing you on the back with the horse and the Invicta vintage logo that's been done on there. Now the horse is on the front, in the center, you're going to notice, and then on Lynn's watch, and then when you start to move that, it opens it up just like that steamship would do.
So beautiful.
So, I mean, talk about something crazy cool. Look at this.
So let's clarify what's going on. So 2 things I have to ask. So in this item number, 662-720, you're going to choose between the gold tone, what Justin has right now, or the silver tone. If it says a lefty, do I have to be a lefty to be able to wear it?
No, you know, typically there's a lot of positive attributes to a lefty variation. I said there was one guy that complained about it. I actually love lefty variations. I wish we made more of them. Typically when you have larger crowns, say on like Russian divers and things like that, it has a lot of advantages. So if you're wearing your watch on, I'll show you how, so basically we show you these upside down, right? So if you're wearing it like this, you're going to notice that crown now is not digging into your wrist. So that's something that's really cool. Or if you're wearing it on your right wrist, you're no longer reaching over if that's an issue for you. So you have a lot of positive attributes to what's called a lefty variation. It's just that typically what it's doing is where there's a crown at the 3 o'clock, it's modifying and rotating that movement on the inside. So now the crown's over there at the 9 o'clock position. It's actually a cool modification.
So how did Invicta decide to do this? I mean, I'd love to know the origins of, let's go back to that steam engine.
It was, you know, finding the history of the steam engine and really starting to think about what's possible. And of course, we were already engineering like the Russian diver Nautilus. That's where you have that lever and you can remove the cage, which is really cool. And then of course the crossbar. And we thought, you know what, we can make this into a watch you can wear and it has the same functionality of something that is huge. You know, within that steamship, the locomotive from many, many years ago.
Okay, here's all you put up a 4-minute clock. Thank you for that answer. A 4-minute clock is up because in the gold tone that Justin is holding, we've dropped below a couple of dozen there. And it's, I mean, it's so rich with that gold tone. And that beautiful, rich cognac going into a chocolate brown strap.
The strap.
It's just really special.
I mean, those are custom straps. You have the 2 pieces of leather stitched together with that zigzag stitching. I mean, that is that total quantity right there?
That's left.
Man, we're counting this down
the first one's almost sold out.
To complete sellout here, guys. Look at that engineering. You even have like the rivet details, like how the the steamship would have been assembled there as well. But it's all mirror polished. You know, the mirror polishing is something that's extremely popular. You guys love to see this. We originally pioneered that in our Reserve Excursion line, where typically you have polished sections on a watch, but mirror polishing is really taking it, you know, to the next level where it looks like a liquid metal. On this one, it looks like a liquid gold. This is what's called gold tone on this variation. But once again, the operation of the watch, this is what separates us from other watch companies. Okay, it's not like just building a round case design and putting that logo on the dial. 99.9% of the time at this price, that's what you would see. Just a logo done someplace. Look, it's the, it's the, really? Here it goes to the next level of the actual operation of the steamship once again. That's where you get into something special. In fact, in the watch industry, to get into something with functionality like this, with the quality like this, even at $789, to me, is a low number. But here, you're getting this highly discounted at this price.
And it's unlike anything
and it's comfortable.
else. There's nothing else like it. That's why when this just debuted, it was just this month. Just the beginning of June, I think it was. Yeah. And it completely sold out. This is the only quantity that we were able to get back in stock for the show tonight for our incredible Destination Sunday night with Invicta. It's beautiful, and here's how you get it home. This one's really touched my heart. It's my Bampa. It's my Bampa. I couldn't say Grandpa, so it became Bampa.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that because he was a conductor.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And I know, and it reminds me of him so much. It's so beautiful. If you want the one that Justin is wearing, we're getting ready to say last call.
Oh, man, that is
it's
cool.
a $56 value pay. It's on your wrist in a matter of days. It's so beautiful. And, you know, when it comes back, it's going to be months, probably, I mean, closer to a year.
They're almost completely gone. I think it's an easy choice here, too. You're either that gold tone guy or gal, or you're that silver tone, right? I mean, it's pretty clear which one you're going to get into, but you want to grab one quick, guys, and gals, I should say, because this one's almost completely gone. And even though you have this Invicta engineering that we're talking about, it's still made to be worn and showcased and shown off. If you want to wear something cool and upgrade your wrist game, that's what's cool with this. It's unique. It's not like anything else. It's custom manufactured.
A dozen left in the gold tone.
One dozen.
One dozen left in the gold tone.
Hurry on that one.
Go for the black, though, because that's a special plating.
Well, so this one would be, I would say, extremely popular. This is like the color combo like you would have seen from many years ago. If you've been following us for 10 years, something like that, this would be a very classic color combo. That silver tone, that black, and, of course, the strap following that same theme.
It is the Chatham & Dover. It is, I think, one of the most famous watches ever made by Invicta.
Last look.
And it's that incredibly good and amazing and sought after. When it debuted just this past month, it completely sold out. This was the only quantity that we were able to get back in stock. If you want Justin's gold tone, guys, a couple left. Do not hang up. Do not lose your place in line. It's a feeding frenzy for the Chatham & Dover. Just like it was when it launched. It was huge.
Yep.
Last look. 662-720. It is intriguing. It is wow.
Really, I'm telling you, you can't
wow.
touch a watch like that anywhere near that. I mean, no one's even making anything like that anywhere near that price. It's just not happening.
Crazy good. It's 662-720 is how you order that. And just special and dramatic, and it's a story, and it's vintage, and we love that. Now, also coming up, we're going to have the Only to Know in our show tonight. It's the S1 Rally to Know.
Yeah.
It's always backed by popular demand, and tonight it's only $109.99. The value pay is there for you as well, so do enjoy that. It's a big, big, big deal at 59% off. 646-056, how you get that one home.
I mean, that's probably one of the most famous S1 rallies that we've ever built, and it has the cushion stitching on the strap. For $18 and change, guys. That's cool.
Okay, all
Exciting show.
together now. Are you ready?
Oh, here it is.
De bois, de pas.
If you're fancy, yeah.
How would you say it?
No, I mean, that's correct.
I had my
I
action.
said if you're fancy.
You have to have your pinky up, please say it.
Yeah.
Producer Joel did.
I feel like we've gone too far with that. Yeah.
So tonight we unveiled something so incredibly wonderful. So it's Invicta Reserved. It's a pro diver coming in at 47 millimeters. That's amazing. #1 seller all over the world. Pro diver, right? But how do you take something that is pretty doggone close to perfect and just make it even better? 3+ years ago, we did it. We did a special movement. We lovingly refer to it as a DD movement. We'll dive into that in just a minute. And it didn't have a single diamond on it. It was at $12.95, and it sold out in a matter of minutes. Tonight, game changer, because we're giving you 2+ carats of diamonds for only $200 more.
I mean, are you kidding me with
For
this?
$200 for 2 carats of diamonds.
Yeah.
Premier price, $14.95. 2 choices to make. The two-tone, that's the #1 seller tonight. Everybody's all in for that one. Or classic and clean and bright in that silver tone. Here's what we're doing tonight. Not only are we doing 70% off the price, we're giving you the chance to get it home 6 interest-free value payments, choice #1. But on this timepiece and this timepiece only, we are saying 1-year financing when you use your Evine credit card. If you don't have one yet, you can apply online, get approved in a matter of minutes, and our call center reps are there to help you as well.
I mean, that's how you do it. I mean, that's amazing right now. Now, keep in mind, too, when you're talking about a watch like this, it's upgraded everything. I know we're talking about diamonds. We're talking about the movement here. This is a piece that's highly collectible. Now, I don't know if you mentioned this, too, but we just aired this briefly last hour, basically debuted this piece in like 25-30% or something
Already,
like that.
just like that,
Already
gone.
gone because you guys get this. In fact,
It's amazing.
It's such a crazy value that there's a bunch of new customers to Evine and Invicta. This is their first Invicta timepiece. That is amazing. If you're new to Invicta and you picked up this watch, call us up and tell us why, because that's extremely,
true.
it's extremely special.
Congrats.
And it's because it's everything. It's the perfect time. Everything coming together beautiful here. This is Invicta engineering with the case design, the Pro Diver Reserve level, which upgrades that to the highest level, which is extremely exciting. Now, there's history in the Pro Diver, relaunching the brand with the Pro Diver in the early 90s. It's a hugely popular design that we still built. But Reserve Pro Diver is bigger, it's bolder, it's actually engineered to a bigger water resistance, a more superior water resistance, which lends to the build quality and the structural engineering. It's the top of the top to get into a Pro Diver. But then we had all these premium materials, massive amounts of diamonds. You're a high carat diamond weight here, over 2 carats. Over 2 carats of gorgeous diamonds, 490 set white diamonds. You're going to notice 2 rows on the bezel. The dial itself almost completely covered, utilizing the highest level of mother of pearl on the subdial, so it's giving you a contrast to it so you can actually utilize the chronograph. This is about getting into something special. Now, I mentioned chronograph. Now, when we start talking about Depois de Pra, or DD, this is actually the DD 2030. It's not the movement, okay? This is not a movement manufacturer. What you're into is a famous complications manufacturer. What that means is they modify already precision-made Swiss-made instruments. They only modify Swiss-made instruments, Swiss-made movements. So what they do is they take, like this one, which is a base 3-hand, and they modify it with additional modules or complications, making it a chronograph. So you're getting into a highly engineered build on the inside. And for a lot of collectors, that's the biggest thing. Now, if you talk to collectors, some people might say, my favorite thing is diamonds, But if you really get into talk to a lot of collectors, a lot of their favorite things will be movements on the inside. And a lot of collectors start with quartz movements. There are some exciting quartz movements, but ultimately, as you start to grow your collection, I think a lot, not everybody, but a lot of collectors start to migrate towards movements like this, mechanicals, mechanical automatics, because it's really throwing it back to the origins of watchmaking, or the origins of horology on the inside of this build. So this watch itself that you're looking at is special for numerous reasons, including the fact that you're placing a $5,000 watch on your wrist for $249.
So a couple of things I want you to do. Invicta Ryan is here as well as Jay-Z. Invicta Ryan is right now, we're doing a live YouTube show.
Yep.
And you can find him there. Ryan, tell us again how to find you there.
Look at this.
Yes, so if you want to find us, you want to interact with us online, you can go to YouTube, and if you type into YouTube, Invicta Power Play, that's Invicta Power Play, 3 separate words, 6.30, 6.30, that is today's date. Join with the rest of us here so you can see what's going on. It's a short little delay, but the chat is instant there. I've been directing a few people to that S1 that we just showed about before. Somebody was asking about the Mickey watch. They had different movements on the inside. I sent the link to that. So if you have any questions about the watches too, let me know. I'll try to find it on Evine and direct you to that watch.
Thank you, sir. It's a really interactive way to shop. We're going to go to New York and welcome in our friend Marvin, who's shopping tonight. Destination Sunday night for Invicta. Marvin, hello to you. So glad you're here. I'm Lynn, Jay-Z, Ryan. We're all with you tonight. Welcome.
Hey, how you guys? Lynn, Jay-Z, Invicta Ryan. How you guys doing?
Good.
I got you all, man. I just ordered I ordered a watch a couple of weeks ago, the Pro Diver 47mm Grand Diver limited edition switch cross with diamonds.
Okay.
This watch is gorgeous.
Nice. Love it.
This watch is gorgeous. I love it with the stem has the blue sapphire on the top of it. It's a classy watch. I do collect automatics and quartzes, Swiss quartzes. I have a nice little collection that I'm very proud of. Jay-Z, I have one question for you, and that is I have the 10th anniversary Grand Lupa Edition diamond watch with a leather strap. My leather strap has worn out because I wear it so much, and I can't seem to find one. I was wondering if you guys could help me out in any way.
Good question.
Yeah, Marvin, I think you can go to invictawatch.com, and there's a link to...
What's his, does he know the model number?
Do you know the model number, Marvin? Do you have that with you on the back?
I can get the model number.
Because there is
it's like 2 seconds.
Invicta Straps website, which I think you can purchase straps for.
Yeah, it's
that's exactly what I was doing.
InvictaWatchBands.com.
Here, listen, Marvin. You got a pen?
InvictaWatchBand.com.
Yes, InvictaWatchBands.com.
Yay!
I think you just type in your model number.
I can
populate what's available.
I'm right here. If he's got the number, I'll just pull it up.
Ryan's got it on speed dial.
Okay, so Marvin, what's your model number?
All right, the model number is 0514.
0514. Hey, Ryan's typing it in right now for you.
That's a low number there, Marvin.
Oh, he's got
Yeah,
the
it is, buddy.
7750. It is available.
The strap is available?
Yes. Or is that the SW500? That's a beautiful watch.
That was the first. I think this was one of the first watches the SW500 came in.
There you go.
Yep, there is a strap available. So go to InvictaWatchBands.com, type in your model number, you'll be able to purchase.
That's awesome, Marvin, because other people I'm sure had that same question when I do that.
Yeah.
So thank you for calling
Thank you,
thank you for
Marvin.
being such a fan, too.
And thanks for having such
Glad
a
to
cool
help.
watch. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a low number.
All right, Sunday nights, here's what we do. Destination Invicta, for sure. We normally kick it off at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, on every Sunday night, I should say. But tonight we did it a little bit differently because there was this timepiece that we just had to get out on air, and you're loving it. It is this beautiful Pro Diver, 47 millimeters, reserve level. But it's what's inside and what's outside that make it so important. Outside, over 2 carats of diamonds. We've never done that before on a DD movement, a Dubois-Duprat movement.
You nailed it.
But we are tonight. It's simply gorgeous. Mother of pearl on those subdials. And remember, 2 different ways to get it on your wrist. Add it to your collection. $249.17 on your interest-free value payments. Or do that Evine credit card, because there's one timepiece and one only tonight that was able to get that 12-month financing. It's that big of a deal because it's the diamonds, and you love the diamonds. Everything about the one in particular that Justin has, the two-tone with that gold, if you're trying to say what's hot right now, what's in trend, where do I have to go, I'm going to steer you right here, because two-tone and that rich yellow gold has been super, super hot, as well as the diamonds. So this, I'm going to say, is the hottest commodity.
And we also have, by the way, these bracelets available. I don't know if we've been showing that, but check this out. If you get the gold tone variation with that two-tone, that's a really cool look right there, guys. This is the return of Invicta Elements. It's our jewelry line. And they're right there, guys, 667-185. $61.99 to get into that quality design that you're into right there. Also available in Silvertone, so if you pick up the Silvertone variation of this watch, you could get that too. And of course, you know, accessorizing with bracelets is extremely popular. But this watch, guys, so many exciting things to talk about. Yaoub created something cool for us. He's a production guy here. Ryan's going to show us what he created in the touchscreen.
I hope you're feeling the same buzz that we are here for this incredible timepiece.
Super cool.
Okay, show off what Yaoub did.
All right, so we can just touch the monitor here. You get to see some of the things that we haven't even gone into. We can even show cool things about the crews that are going along with it, but we'll go to the item numbers. So you get to see both the front and also the back views of the timepiece. We'll just go to the front here for a second. This will open up into a full screen, and we can even just click on the individual second hand here as you see it just gliding, moving 8 individual steps every single second. You see the beautiful grade A mother of pearl, the hour hand here, just perfectly crafted. Even all 4 little settings for each individual diamond for all 490 of those. We'll go back here. We'll go back one more and look at the back of the watch here. You can see even when I touch right up here, they took a really cool shot. This is the balance wheel actually moving back and forth multiple times. Again, 8 different times every single second when it comes to that. If I type, I think it's over here somewhere, over by, you actually get to see some of the more components that are a part of the watch. But then I'm trying to find where that was before. Oh, right here. You get to see the gears that are moving all in perfect combination here, delivering to you that very, very accurate time with that movement. So it's really fun. We're going to be doing more of this. I think Yaoub has definitely earned his golden star for the day. We appreciate that. But yeah, it's really fun to be able to interact with this monitor in a new capacity.
We love it because, you know, here's the thing. You know, you go with that first gut. You see something and you go, man, is that gorgeous? Which we know that's exactly what you were saying tonight. But then when you dive in and you really, truly are studying the art of horology and what is going on the inside the timepiece, then you have that double down. Oh, another DD, double down. See what I did there? See what I did there?
I heard it.
But on the wow of this, the top is incredible with the 2 carats of diamonds for only $200 more. That's all it is for 2 carats of diamonds. I've never said those words before.
Well, I mean, you know, you've been following us for a while. Diamond's like the hottest thing right now. Already at over 2 carats, you're into a high carat diamond watch. at an amazing price. But now, upgrading that movement even further too. So if you want to get into something special, it's this piece. You want to talk about a highly collectible build, it's this one right here. You want to talk about a limited production that will be disappearing very quickly, it's this piece right here. So we're talking about that Reserve Pro Diver. I want to talk a little bit more about that. All done and crafted out of solid chunks of premium stainless steel. It has that Invicta quality and weight to it. In fact, it's engineered, by the way. Now, when you get into a Pro Diver, you're talking, 10 atmospheres, 20 atmospheres of water resistance. That's a true dive instrument at that point, a little bit over 600 feet. This one is 50 atmospheres, okay? Now, we were just talking about 20 atmospheres, a little bit over 600 feet, and you're into a dive watch. A little bit over 600 feet. This is over 1,600 feet of water resistance. So the structural integrity on this is amazing, by the way, which is even harder to achieve because you have that extra window on the back, that extra crystal on the back too. So you're actually engineering this even further to maintain a water resistance like that. Now, does it mean you have to go in the water with the watch? No. But if you want to, you can. Just imagine wearing this,
so special.
Hanging out in the beach, natural sunlight, reflecting off the watch, reflecting off the diamonds. Maybe you don't like the beach. Maybe you like hanging out by the pool, right? Saltwater, freshwater, not a problem. But even if you don't go anywhere near the water, here's what you're getting into. A high-quality build, structural integrity built in such a way that it keeps the water out of the case. So high degree of quality. So whenever I'm talking about water resistance, that's what you should think about. An engineered, superior design. But then on top of that, we're doing something special on the inside. I mean, what do you hear all the time, right? When we talk about Swiss-made builds, we talk about, Solitas, SW500s, SW200s, which are amazing movements by themselves. Swiss-made precision and engineering. But now we're taking that to the next level, adding the Poids de Pras into the mix, which is a famous complications manufacturer, taking a three-hand movement, modifying it to a chronograph. That's about getting into something extremely, extremely special. As a collector, that's what's exciting with this piece.
2.5 minutes left on that clock now, and that is it. I'm going to send Justin on back to the monitor so you can see it and enjoy it. If you are looking for the best, if you're looking for truly a timepiece that people are going to be talking about for years and years and years to come, this is that timepiece. We're going to get Justin all set up on that monitor behind me so you can really see those diamonds come to life. It's so special. I'm going to do the two-tone, Justin, because that's one that everybody wants
Let's do it, two-tone. So, what's fun about two-tone is it's highly popular. I mean, it's one of those colors that you guys just love, and here's why. Silvertone mixed with the gold tone. So you have some sections selectively done in the gold tone. The dial work is actually a lot different because the outer track that's raised on the Silvertone is done in Silvertone. In the two-tone, it's actually done in a gold tone. So you actually have a two-tone dial that's been done. And you even have the diamond set in the silver and in the gold tone on this piece. And then you have more diamonds, 2 rows, massive rows running all the way around that bezel. That's also done in the gold tone. This is a perfectly refined, gorgeous style. When you start to get close, and Ryan was actually demonstrating this. I think there's a lot of watch manufacturers, when you start taking close-ups, you start to get a little nervous, right? Because as you start to get closer, it'll actually show flaws if there are flaws, right? Here's what we do. We put it on the big screen, we blow it up. We put it on this screen, and we blow it up. And we get real close, and you can see the engineering. Look at the hand is custom with Invicta Reserved, mirror polished on this, perfect framework around everything, high-quality mother of pearl. You can see that the stones are set perfectly in 4-prong settings. Nothing is glued in, anything like that with these stones. It's all prong set on this timepiece, guys. So if you want to get into a high-quality build that affords you an amazing amount of upgrades, this is the time to get into something special like that.
And let me also remind everybody, this is a one and done. This is never going to be made again. When it sells out tonight, it will never be made again. We're so jazzed about it. We knew you were going to be so jazzed about it. It's a $5,000 timepiece, Jay-Z.
Isn't that nice to say?
$5,000.
I love that.
I do too.
Imagine
so much
wearing
fun.
this. Yes.
It looks like $5,000. It feels like $5,000 because it is $5,000. It's because of what we do, because of our relationship with ALL and with Invicta, almost 20 years strong. That's why we get to do this. That's why we get to do it. $14.95. It's going to go back up to $5,000. Ouch.
Ouch.
Okay, so a lot of you are going to be adding on the newest edition of our Elements collection for the guys.
Basically, the Elements collection is back, and I don't know why it went away. This was hugely popular. By the way, remember years ago, we would actually build extra links and build bracelets off of that and make them available with the watches so you could actually wear the bracelet too. This is the Invicta Elements collection, which is our jewelry collection, and there for $61.99 you can get into that really cool engineering. That's cool.
So you can find even more at evine.com too, which is really exciting. It's our Sunday night destination, our power play. Unveilings, great things always are happening here at Evine on a Sunday night. So let's talk about this website called evine.com. There's so much there. You can have Invicta boutiques, Turquoise Obsession. We're getting now to head out to Tucson on Wednesday. We're going to go to the desert for the 4th of July. We'll just create... Oh. Well, Mr. Steely Eyes.
Oh, you want to stay?
Well, no,
you're going
I like hanging out with the boys.
You're going to the desert. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Like gallons of water.
Gallons of water.
You know.
So I'm getting the boot again.
Oh, that's right.
I did not actually get the boot. I got the stare.
He got the glaze.
Ryan gave you one of those.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Resting Ryan stares.
All right. This is, I love this watch.
Yeah.
And I just have one of these designs. I should have a couple others. I have an all-black version. But when it comes to the S1 to know, the Rally, Swiss Quartz chronograph, I mean, this is a beautiful build. You see the design of this. It's item number 646056. This expensive design, when we talk about the tonneau shape, how each side of the case actually bows out. You'll see just this mirror finish. We do have the paddles that actually go along for the function pushers to operate the chronograph. It almost looks like the push pedals you'd find in a vehicle. We have a very elegant layout. Justin will go to in a minute just for the dial, but just to continue that whole theme, even on the side of the case too, we have that metal plate that's been affixed with the two different screws. What I like about this watch is the leather strap. That leather strap is that quilted that you'll find some high-end luxury exotic sports cars that's been done to really complement and go along with that whole racing theme, which is really a part of this timepiece. But Justin, it's the dial too that really just makes this watch shine.
I've seen your car. That's what your seats look like.
I don't have that. I wish I did.
So basically, here's what's fun with the show that we have tonight. We're showing you that DD module and the diamond timepiece. It's an amazing watch. But also, for this price, you can get into a custom build. That's what Ryan's describing. This is a tonneau, so it's not a plain round case design. It's a rounded rectangular look. That's more expensive to build. The crystal follows the same shape, so it's cut just for this watch. I mean, typically if you go out at retail at the mall, you're looking at watches, they're all round, they're all the same size, they all use the same crystal, and that's to get into a cheap build. That's what it is. Here you get into custom Invicta builds, custom straps, and keep in mind that quilted design that Ryan was showing you on the strap, that's achieved with stitching. That's the high quality leather that you get into. In fact, the most popular strap we've ever utilized on this S1 Rally variation in the tonneau. I also think it's funny that we call this the tonneau because, I mean, we don't, like if a case is round, we don't say Invicta round S1 Rally, but...
Well, I think because it's
I think you guys know what it is.
As much, but yes.
You guys know what it is. It's a fancier case shape. It looks great on the wrist, and the dial work is what you guys love too. It's called the Touring Edition. It's not on the screen because we put tonneau on there. Touring Edition means it has a series of framing details that's really cool how it's laid out. You're noticing the smaller subdial hands will actually pass underneath that center framing detail, and then we've modified the center cannon pinion that's higher that allows the other hands then to pass over that center framing detail. Now, this is such a popular dial configuration that we've ported it over to a couple of other styles, like the Venom,
Excursion,
and the Excursion, and I think that might even be it.
I think it is.
Only a couple of collections, so it's really cool to get in something like this, and we've already dropped, get this, to below 90 pieces. Keep in mind, too, you might see this, you're like, 80 pieces, that's a lot of watches. Whoa, that's going quick, 70 pieces.
Jeez.
That's a lot of watches. Whoa. But keep in mind, every hour we place watches to new homes, thousands and thousands of times. Every hour. So when you start to see that counter get low like that, it's going to sell out very quickly.
Right. Well, that's the thing is we're having new customers tuning in all the time, first-time buyers. We've had many during the course of tonight also. But here's the thing. If you like the design out there, it's just a very expensive look, or maybe you're looking to even give that grad gift out there. What's great about this, if you want to gift this to that grad, in fact, it has a leather strap. It's a genuine Italian leather strap. It'll fit up to about that 8 3/4 inch wrist size out there. There's no bracelet to adjust because we have that high-grade leather here.
Oh, cool
this is going to fit up to 8 3/4 and down. But again, just
9
a beautiful 9 1/4.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 9 1/4.
It's basically to fit everybody.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
4 dozen.
Yeah,
left.
these are going
One
to be
per state.
You know, one thing we
Check
haven't
out.
mentioned yet, and it surprises me: Swiss-made movement on the inside. What
Yep.
did you say? 1 per state?
Less than 1 per state.
How many states? All right, here we go. ETA G10 Swiss-made movement, the most widely utilized Swiss-made movement in the industry on the inside of this as well. It's a quartz chronograph. You have your date. So the inside is perfect functionality. The case is custom. The strap is custom. Talk about getting into a cool watch.
All right, we have to wrap this up. Check out of your carts before it goes. I don't know if this watch is coming back. Item number 646.
Then you're going to give somebody the boot?
056. She's going to come. Oh, who are you giving
Is
the
it
boot
Ryan?
to?
I think I.
Yeah, which one do I give the boot to? Joel? I give Ryan the boot.
Okay, I'll go back to YouTube.
The steel toe boot.
High heel boot.
Whoa. No, yeah. Whoa. I don't want to think about that one, Lynn. That went too far.
Thank you, Ryan. Hey, everybody, it is our destination Sunday night. Power play, takeovers, unveilings, all these wonderful
Ice
things
cream,
happening
pizza.
tonight. Oh, I wish. Right?
Coffee. No, none of those things.
So we had our only platinum select in our show tonight, and there's only 2 in our vault, period, out of the thousands of timepieces that we have at ebay.com.
This is a cool piece, yeah.
And you're all over the black, by the way. That was
So
the
that's our
select.
only Swiss-made watch, I think, of the evening. So not only is the watch, satisfy the Swiss Federation, but you have the Swiss-made movement on the inside. So if you're that guy or gal that wants Swiss-made, there it was.
So I want to do something fun too for just all the gals tonight, because either you're sitting right alongside your honey and you both are shopping Invicta tonight, or you're saying, okay, Lynn and Ryan and Justin, love you guys, but give me something just for me. So what we did, we started an hour earlier tonight at 6 Central, 7 Eastern time tonight, a full hour earlier. And we wanted to really capture the diamond lovers up there, because we were doing this great diamond show with Pam McCoy and Wendy Russo, and we all were thinking, what if we had that perfect timepiece to layer with that diamond bracelet, right? It's not too big. It is not oversized. It has to be glamorous and beautiful, and we had this at the top of that show, and this is it. What we did a brand new low price drop for you, 73% off, and the price is only $59.99. It's on a $10 value pay to get it home. We have 2 choices, the gold tone and that rose tone, but it has such unique elements that we very rarely ever see. The beautiful crystals are accented, looking like your diamonds. Also, look at the bezeling that you're seeing on that dial.
Yeah, you have a facet. Wow. Well, you have a faceted crystal itself.
Look at that.
So the crystal, very expensive. We were talking just on that S1 where it kind of was cut in that tonneau shape. Look at this crystal.
Isn't that
it's a
gorgeous?
whole nother level of awesome
Pop,
on this.
pop, pop, pop.
The light that you're seeing is not just from the crystals on the dial. It's actually from the material covering the dial, which is called the crystal. And that is actually engineered in flame fusion. So for a $10 value pay, you're getting into solid steel, solid premium steel, flame fusion crystal, quality quartz movement. This is really cool. In fact, fun fact here, my wife texted me when you guys launched this, and she said she wanted the rose tone.
Because she loves anything rose gold.
Yeah, rose tone. That's what you have here.
Okay,
so
it's a brand new low price.
Very high end here, yeah.
It's a brand new low price. She needs this.
Push button deployant on this.
You know what you need to do.
You know what?
Don't skirt the issue.
It even affords you what? It even affords you 10 atmospheres of water resistance on this. Now, if you go to retail and you find a watch, first thing, if you can find watches all day long at $59. I mean, I've seen them, right? They're base metals, they're mystery metals.
Make a lot of noise.
They're plastic crystals. Yeah, they make noise because they're hollow. They're not solid steel, things like that. And you have like 3 atmospheres of water resistance, or the dreaded dolphin standard, which don't get me started with that.
The dolphin standard?
That's a thing, and typically a dolphin standard, when I hear dolphin standard, I'm thinking Ryan could swim all day with it, right? But a dolphin standard means don't get it wet. I mean, what does that really mean? Like
you're just smooching the dolphin.
I mean, have you ever seen a dolphin? They're not just like laying out on the beach, like they're having a good time in the water, right? I mean, I don't know what that means. But 3 atmospheres really is kind of too scary, right? Like, can you wear it in the rain? I don't know, 5 atmospheres, 10 atmospheres on this. So we're getting into a high quality of engineering on this build. I mean, there is no downside on this. It's really the exact opposite of what you find out at retail.
You're so
and
right.
when you see Invicta pieces for the women, keep in mind it's the same engineering. Same engineering when we build watches for the guys.
Pretty it
we
is.
don't take quality away when we build them for the women. It's the same materials, the same finishing techniques, and you can see we put the rich time into not only the crystal on this, but the dial work too.
It is just a really, really pretty timepiece. As you move, you're going to see the pop of the crystals looking like diamonds, all on the hour markers, all on that inner bezel. But then it is that faceting on that crystal. Every angle. Look how awesome that is.
It's very expensive.
And it's a $10 value pay. It's a brand new low price drop tonight. 664-182 is how you order. Gals, you know what? If I were you, because I shop like you do, I'm trying to fill up my collection too, just like you are. I would do one of each.
Absolutely.
The days you bring your rose gold, you bring out that beautiful rose tone.
$20 on value pay, tax and shipping, and you're getting into both.
And we just don't do, what percentage would you say of the entire Invicta collection that we put on air is a really dressy, elegant timepiece for the gals?
Oh, it's a very small percentage. In fact, you know, a lot of the watches we build for women are gents variations, just shrunk down in size. So really when you start to get into things like the Angel collection, these are specifically designed for you. So that's rare already. But now to get into the faceted crystal and the beautiful dial work, I mean, this is a very exclusive piece.
It's 664-182. This is so much fun tonight.
You're loving this one.
Well, the bracelet is pretty. It's so highly polished. I mean, look how thick
you even
those
have an
links are, too.
upgraded clasp on this, where it's the push button. So you're not just prying something open. It actually has that closure that you're looking for. Very easy. Press it down. It's locked. You press both buttons at the same time. It opens up. Perfect.
Let's look at this. I'm wearing some pretty fancy jewelry. We're getting ready to head off to Tucson for a big turquoise obsession event. We will be in Tucson, where the Sleeping Beauty mine is, but it's not active anymore, but we're going there. So when you have a beautiful piece of jewelry on like this, what timepiece do you wear with it?
Right.
You want to step it up. You want something this really elegant. This one is from Michael Velatuti, and it's one of the biggest single stones left.
He does some amazing work. You know, the stones are beautiful, but also the rings. I mean, look at how this is actually engineered. It's beautiful.
And he did it with tanzanite, which is really fun. So you need to have that watch that adds that elegance on the wrist, that really, you know, you're upping your jewelry game.
Nice.
So, right?
That's true. That's what you're doing.
So you got up your wrist game too.
That's right.
It's pretty.
It works perfectly together.
So $10 on a value pay interest free. We have 1 minute left. And I love when I asked you the question, Justin, about what percentage of timepieces come out like this, that are that low profile, that have that smaller dimension, that take up that smaller footprint on the wrist. Very small. And so when it's here, it's popular, you're all over it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's such a small percent, but it really displays what we do. I mean, we had that modified DD module earlier with the diamonds. We have the Chatham and Dover, which Ryan's going to sit down for. We have this women's piece, but it's all the essence and Invicta quality. That's what's really cool. You know, the forward thinking, the engineering, it's all packed into these designs.
Okay, so gals, coming up, we're heading to Tucson on Wednesday. Keep that in mind. That necklace is Effie. The ring is Michael Velatuti. So you need this on your wrist to just bring it all together, to make it so elegant. And we did that brand new price drop tonight of only $59.99. That makes it a full 73% off, which is beautiful. All right, thank you, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is taking a little bit of a breakaway, and now Invicta Ryan's going to come join us for the Chatham and Dover. It's a huge hit. So we have two different offers. The first one is 662-719. You're going to choose, well, now the only option now is that black mother of pearl. This is where the bezel is going to be two-toned. You're going to have that all that stainless and that gold tone together in that same case and bezel. It's 662-719. They're all at the same price. That one's at 57% off. Then we had another, and here there is no two-tone aspect to it whatsoever. You're going to choose between either that gold or the black, and here it is. Option number 2 in the Chatham and Dover, 662-720. Gold tone, on your mark, get set, go. Almost completely sold out. Or the black, that black IP in the Chatham and Dover.
Yes, and that's the one that is actually in front of me, correct?
Yep, this one's gone there. Wait, that one goes like that. And this is black. Yep, this is how it goes.
We're all good to go.
Yep. So what Ryan's going to have in front of him is 662-720. Both of these are available at -719 down to the black only. But let me show you the difference you can decide. You see how the 719 item number, 662-719, is two-tone, right? You have the stainless steel and then you have the gold tone together. It's really two-tone. On this one now, it's all gold tone or that black.
Yes, so it's the black that goes along just for the mechanism that actually rotates around, and then it's a Silvertone case, as you'll be able to see.
Okay,
so
shot them in Dover.
This is huge. Well, here's the thing. We came out with this design a few years ago, and so Justin and I have occasional meetings with the watch department here at Evine, and one of the suggestions that we wanted to bring back was actually the Chatham and Dover. It was so popular before, we just did the one production run, and it was just the unique factor that goes along with this watch. We had a launch and an unveiling, and we virtually sold out of everything that went along. In fact, I ended up getting one of those watches because it was just something totally different out there. So what you'll see is it's really the front end of what's referred to as that steamship or that steam locomotive, where the smoke box is up front there, where they have the lever that opens up and it releases open, and you can see and appreciate and dictate the time on the inside of the timepiece here. Notice even the hands that we also include in, all with that beautiful premium grade A mother of pearl that we include in for the watch. I mean, this watch is absolutely magnificent. Then you pull this down. It's all spring levered. As you see, it just pops right out. Then you bring the bar back down, locks everything into place for you. On this variation, we include in the leather straps. The leather straps actually are represented very similar to the Russian diver Nautilus that we included. It'll fit all the way up to about a 9 3/4 inch wrist size. So a variety of wrists can really get into this timepiece tonight.
You know, it is vintage. And I think that's what is so crazy exciting about the vintage aspect. So Justin actually pulled up something on his phone that showed the front of a steam engine.
That's right.
So this is what we're doing here. We're playing up with that vintage aspect. I was very excited because my grandfather was a conductor on the railroad, and it made me, it's nostalgic, right? That's what it is. Nostalgic. It is vintage. It's so beautiful. And if you're the type of collector who really truly wants to be wowed, it's more than just looking down at your timepiece and going, man, that's beautiful. I'm so glad I got it. This is about every single time you look at your wrist, or every single time somebody grabs your wrist.
Well, you'll see on my wrist here too, I have the crossbar. So this one is actually a bit of that same design that goes along with the watch. So we've had some of these unique designs out here where we do have then the case that actually pops up and you can read and be able to tell the time.
Let's show everybody how it works. So it works like this. So just right here, just opens like this, and it pops open like that.
Yep, pops right open for you, so you'll be able to see. There are two actually crystals. There's a crystal here, and then a crystal that just goes on the front plate there in addition to it. But you'll even be able to see.
5 left. I got to take it away.
5 left? Okay.
You sneak yours in there instead.
Okay. Here we go. So again, the comfort level is just amazing when it comes to this. And we are considering a lefty configuration. So there is the bar that opens up and releases, then the top plate for you to be able to see inside and be able to tell the time. Then if you want to shut, here's what you have to do. You have to have the bar up. Bring this down, just push down finger tight, and then you can lock everything into place and you are good to go. But what I like, even with this design, you can still look and tell the time with the design that we've done, even when the top plate is down and over. You'll be able to see the case back we have right here. You'll be able to see the horse and also the Invicta, which is actually representative of that the Invicta steamship that ran.
So awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it is really, really cool for this watch.
It's I've never seen anything like it before. I think it is one of the most intriguing, complicated looking works of art. It is a work of art. The look of it, the feel of it, how it feels on the wrist, how that beautiful, soft and supple leather strap feels on the wrist when it's wrapped around. The almost like the ombre of that leather strap from one shade of gray to black is so beautiful. Ryan, work of art.
Yeah, true work of art. But again, as I mentioned, it is a lefty configuration, but look, it's equidistant really sort of on both sides of the case. We have the crown and the crown protectors, which actually act as the mechanism to spring load everything up for you. But then you have the bar onto the opposite side. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, I think this watch will just fit equally.
Gold tone is gone, so we're now down in 662-720 to the black only. Come on.
How cool is that?
Come on. It's amazing. And it completely sold out when it launched. And now we were able to bring back every single one that we could, but we only got a fraction in when it sells out tonight. Not back again for about 8.5 months or so, is what I was told. So it's going to be a long time before it comes out back. That'll take you into the year 2020, maybe a cruise.
It might be for the cruise. We'll see. But here's your chance to get it if you want to actually have it on the cruise, is to get it here tonight.
True. That's true. Okay, so we want to hear from you. Social media is on fire with that beautiful diver, which everyone loves, with the 2 carats of diamonds, with that DD movement. Love to take your phone calls on air. And then follow me, Lynn Shocker, it's SCHACHER, Bing Zimmer, Invicta Wright, and we'll do a shout out to you. We want to say hello. Okay, so stop by. Love it. I feel like I'm kind of being like lazy. I'm just kind of sitting here and you guys are moving in and out. I'm just sitting here showing up watches to the world. So I want to give you a reminder of our other Chatham and Dover. This is now down to the Black Mother of Pearl only, and we have about 3 dozen left. It's brand new this month, and you guys are all over it at 662-719. Okay, now that's 662-719. Use those value pays too. Now online, we have an amazing Invicta boutique, like a pro diver collection where you can just dive in and see everything that falls under that category. Limited edition timepieces, which you love, and up to 75% off, which is crazy. Up to 80% off Invicta. Women's strap watches. Invicta fully loaded, up to 85% off. Diamonds, non-diamonds. Look at that.
Invicta fully loaded? Sounds like sounds like a movie.
Invicta fully loaded.
Right?
And there is A.L. Lalo.
Microphone on.
He's got his own boutique there too, where he does his own picks.
Yeah, that's fun.
A.L.'s picks. Now, you ready? Are we really getting, what? I don't know what's happening tonight. A brand new little price drop. Let's go. Okay, so I just get told from producer Joel, they're going to be bringing you in something. They're going to be putting in front of you, and they're going to be handing you a cue card. So Shannon just came in and handed us a cue card.
Yeah.
And this is what they just put in front of us.
This has to be the lowest price that I've ever seen.
You don't even know what it is yet.
For meteorite.
Oh, because your card says it.
I do know what the price is.
It's a new price drop.
But you don't.
It is meteorite, the most coveted material for a dial.
Here it goes. $199. What?
A brand new price drop.
Yeah.
$199.99. Okay, so you're going to have your choice, a 38 millimeter or 47 millimeter. Let's just go.
Well,
Come on, let the games begin. Here we go.
If you want the larger variation,
excuse me,
the 47 millimeter, it's available in the gold tone.
With the green.
Okay, with the green. And keep in mind, very limited all around. So if you want the larger variation, it's in the gold tone. The smaller in the 38's available in the gold tone, the silver tone, and the two-tone. But unfortunately, not very many to go around.
Okay, I got to say this. I have always dreamt of owning a meteorite timepiece.
I would say
that was my next one.
If you're a collector and you don't have meteorite yet, this is by far the most economical way we have ever offered. They're numbered limited editions.
What?
The larger variation of the gold tone, we only built 1,500 for the world. The smaller variations in the gold tone, we built 1,500. The two-tone variation in the 38, we built 1,500, and then the smaller in the silver tone, only 1,000.
Okay, wait, is this our final quantity then? It's the 50th anniversary piece.
Yeah, so you won't see these again. So this is right place, right time. We did something crazy, just what's left. We're giving this away. When you hear meteorite, that's what this is.
400 only to go around. So here's what I want to do before we dive into meteorite. Let everybody know how to order. Number one, as Justin said, the only way to get that larger 47 millimeters is going to be in that gold with the green.
Yep.
Then you can have that smaller version, that 38 millimeter, also in that gold with the green. Then the two-tone blue or the Silvertone black. This is our final quantity. Am I right about that?
This is it.
Final quantity, and it's $199.99.
And keep in mind, when we talk about numbered limited editions, that means that's all that can be built. So this is a historic piece.
Right.
You're getting into a very exclusive build, and it's meteorite, which is something that's extremely cool, by the way. You're looking at a material that's 4.5 billion years old. Now, to put that into perspective, the rock you're standing on right now, Earth, is like pretty much the same age, okay? So this material has taken a long trip to even get here, right, before it actually struck Earth. These are some of the most highly sought after dials we've ever built. So what we've done is we've procured this material. We've sent that material to our precision dial factories, and we've sliced them perfectly for you. Check this out. Now, you're going to notice that you have these striations. These striations, what's happening? Oh, we're selling out of things already.
What?
Oh, so we're down to gold tone, and so you can get the his and hers look.
That what? That was so crazy fast.
Yep.
Okay, here's what we have left.
It's $199 for meteorite.
The lowest price we've ever offered on this timepiece is happening right now. A brand new low price drop. Now, let's kind of put this in perspective. It is that most sought after material for a dial, that meteorite.
Cool.
But this is about $1,000 timepiece tonight that we are saying goodbye to at $199.99.
Well, you can think about it this. It's the upgraded, Pro Diver into Grand Diver, okay? It's built to 1,000 feet of water resistance, so that's built beyond true professional dive specifications. You have a precision-engineered Japanese mechanical automatic on the inside. It's the NH Caliber 35, so no batteries required here, and you're achieving a numbered limited edition. So as a collector, once again, it's very exciting.
It really is. And let's go into those of you who are brand new. So when Justin says to those of you who are collectors, you are all over this. That's why 2 colors already sold out so quickly. To those of you who are brand new, my first diver ever, my first Invicta ever was a diver, a pro diver. This is a step up. It's elevated because it's that Grand Diver. If you are brand new, if you've never shot before, it just can't get better than this. To be able to have meteorite, that fancy, really expensive material on that dial, that fully exposed exhibition case back.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, it's everything that you want with that upgraded dial. Now, what a lot of collectors love, too, is the prominent striations. That's the pattern that you see. Its technical term is the Widman-Staton pattern. Over the years, some people have told you that's from entering Earth's atmosphere. That's not correct. It's actually from millions of years of a slow cooling process that gives you that kind of fissured look to it. But you want to see those striking striations on this watch, or the markings. Now, what's really cool, too, is no 2 dials will be exactly the same. So not only are you getting into a really cool, out of this world, that's a really bad pun, but I mean, you're talking about meteorite here, so that's going to be one of a kind, plus it's a numbered limited edition, so you will only have that one number. And it's a very low number, by the way, of 1,500 pieces in the gold. I think both of these and both sizes were done to 1,500 for the world. I mean, that's, if you think about that, only 1,499 other people in the entire world will ever get this home and enjoy this watch. And once again, to achieve this level of status and level of materials for $33 and change, just is historic here tonight.
So why do you think more watch companies don't use this very prestigious material for a dial?
Well, I mean, it's expensive, and it's a finite material, right? I mean, there's only so much. Now, if you think about meteorites, though, it's about finding a chunk that's big enough to really produce a watch dial. That's the problem. I mean, if you think about Earth is actually gaining tons and tons and tons and tons of weight every year because of meteorites, but a lot of times it's in small, like dust particles and things like that. Just the other day on my way home, a lot of times with the shows, I get home really late, like 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I saw a meteorite went right over the interstate, right over the highway, and it actually burst into...
no way, no way, no
joke. It was so close, it has to have been within like 50 miles, 20 miles. It burst into like a bunch of different colors, which was crazy, like blues and reds. Like, I don't know if that's like the heat that it was like. I mean, it's crazy. Like, something had to have hit the ground. I've never seen anything like that in my life. But that's the material you're getting into right here. Meteorites, genuine meteorite that you're placing on your wrist.
Wow. I remember the first time I ever did a meteorite timepiece with you. It was incredible because A.L. Lalo was right here, the CEO of Invicta Watch Group, and we were actually in that corner over there, and the world had never seen meteorite on a dial before.
Yeah.
And it sold out so crazy fast, and you were so transfixed with knowing where this came from, knowing its story, I mean, how old it is. And then you hear people talk about stories of how if you use material as an upgrade on a timepiece, it can cost thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's like one of those things that we're constantly looking for. Like, whenever you find some, you want to get as much as you can because, once again, it's a finite material, right? I mean, if you Google or Bing or Yahoo or whatever you want to do, like meteorite, you can find chunks of meteorite for sale, but once again, they're not big enough to build like 1,500 watches or something like that. And there's very expensive chunks of rock,
and
space
look at these
rock.
reviews. Oh my gosh, they're incredible. And everyone who wrote this review got them at a higher price. Got this timepiece at a higher price.
$199.
Tonight with this new price drop. I love what this one says. Almost perfect too. It's amazing. They all paid a higher price. Tonight now at almost 80% off.
Hey, as Jay-Z would say, the dial is absolutely stunning. I made the comments, the reviews. How awesome is that?
Well done. You know you've arrived.
And it seems like it's an
Big
accurate
time now.
And it seems like it's an accurate quote. Okay, there's a lot of times online where I'm quoted inaccurate. It's an inaccurate quote. Like if you're gonna quote somebody, you should quote somebody, not make things up. It's just a pet peeve of mine.
Okay, so now, two sizes.
Yeah.
47 millimeter is the size that Justin has. 38 millimeter. Come on, look how gorgeous this looks together.
The his and hers.
Share wear.
How crazy is that?
Forget about that. Get
so
your
you
own.
can still achieve the his and hers with what's left here, and there's just a few left. Look at this.
Never coming back again.
Usually it doesn't work out that way.
It's 90 seconds left of the clock. It's $199, brand new low price drop. Okay, and they'll never do this again for two reasons. Number one, how could they? Because of the price. But number two, it is that 15th anniversary piece, and you only have a 15th anniversary once. It's a limited edition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really
sharp,
it's really
classy.
trickling down. You have the meteorite, the numbered limited edition, and the 15-year anniversary, all wrapped up into one. Mechanical automatic build on the inside, that's exciting. So it's not just run on a battery. You have all the really cool mechanics on the inside of this one. It's a must-have tonight.
Okay, so I want to do this. So this is the 38 millimeter on my wrist, classic diver size for the gals.
Bigger one on?
I want to put the bigger one on because I'm like you. I want that bigger timepiece.
And you know what? It's the same price, but it's a bigger slab of space rock. Really, if you think about it.
I love that word space. The word space rock.
It's from
space rock.
It's from space.
It's space rock.
It's safe. Don't worry.
Look at that.
But you know what's cool too is it does have a plating to it. This is what you would think of more of a natural state though, because it's an iron octahedrite meteorite. So if it doesn't have like a stabilization process like this, it'll actually rust and oxidize. And we actually have done it in a few different. We've done some gold tone plating. We've done black plating before, but this is what people love, and it's thought of more of the natural state.
And so what's going to happen when you take those links out of the bracelet, ladies? It fits so beautiful. That famous Invicta build is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, that's a blast.
And I guess if guys,
meteorite.
I would say guys, if you love those classic 38, 40 millimeter builds, I know you're out there. We talk to you from time to time. That 38 would work for you too.
Okay.
Are you really changing the tables? Because
why?
Why? It's what?
Oh, this is the power play pad.
Yeah.
And we're no longer power play.
My bad.
Power play is over.
Let me grab my things.
Now we're going to classic Invicta. I'm being told to hang on. Things are happening that we don't even know about, which I love.
Blue label, like one of the hottest things. And you know what? This is in the only strap variation of the Generation 2. I love this strap. You have the integration of the stainless steel. And keep in mind, blue label is done in blue ionic plating with pops of gold tone. So you have a gold tone buckle, the gold tone integration on the strap, and hands and hour markers done that way. Very limited productions. Now, if you want to steal a watch, look at this hybrid. Not only a hybrid,
I love it.
Look at the colors.